Hello everyone, my name is Josh Soderstrom. I am a graduate assistant here with Fitness for the Rec Center, and today I'm going to be taking you guys through a little bit of a lower body strength circuit. So as we all know, the holidays are coming up. A lot of you folks may not have access to a gym when you're back home for the holidays, or maybe you just have a lot of family members over and you are trying to maximize the amount of time that you can spend with those loved ones over this holiday season. So that is why we're going over this specific circuit today. It is going to be a lower body strength and hypertrophy circuit. We're going to be training explosive strength and cardiovascular endurance as well. Whole thing should take about a half hour. We're not going to go through all of it today. I'm just going to show you guys the warm-up and then the first time through the circuit, and then I'll turn it over to you guys and let you kind of take it at your own pace. So good news about this circuit, it is very limited equipment. All we are going to need here today is a chair or a couch or really any elevated surface about 1 to 2 feet off the ground. We have 5 different exercises we're going to be going through for the circuits. And the way this one is set up is it's called AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible. We're going to put a 15-minute time limit on it. Once again, I will show you guys the first 5 exercises and the intervals that we're going to be doing them at. And then after that, you rest when you need to, and you try to get through as many of these rounds in 15 minutes as you can. Okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and get started with our warm-up here. We have 2 different movements. We're going to be doing these 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay? So the first exercise we're just going to do is a bodyweight squat, okay? So we're going to start with those feet about hip-shoulder width apart, tiny little flare outwards of those toes. We're going to keep that chest tall, and we are just going to nice and slowly go down and up out of that squat. You'll notice the first thing to break here with the squat is those hips, not the knees. So the hips are going backwards like we're sitting down into a chair, just like so. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. We're just going to take 10 seconds here. We're going to move to leg swings. Okay, so I would recommend taking your chair right in front of you like so. We're going to go side to side, one leg at a time here. So just kicking that leg out and across. Okay, we want to be articulating here at the hip, keeping that leg straight or somewhat straight. And we're going to switch legs now. So let's go ahead and get that other leg out. This big side-to-side movement, trying to get a little bit of mobility through those hips right here. 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. We'll take another 10 seconds. We're going to go through each of those one more time. One more time through, okay? So back to bodyweight squats. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, try to find that depth. We're looking for at least 90 degrees of knee flexion at the bottom. So 90-degree angle right here. We want to keep that back nice and neutral, nice and flat. And we're pushing those knees away from each other on the way down and on the way up. You do these at your own pace. Again, just trying to get the blood pumping here, trying to get warmed up. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Another 10 seconds off, right back into our leg swings. Okay, last warm-up movement here. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, again, big side-to-side hip swings. We should feel this muscle that attaches from the inside of the hip all the way down to the inside of the knee, stretching as we go here. And let's go ahead and switch legs. Now, if you have any hip tightness side to side, you're definitely going to notice a difference here. And 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. All right. So warm-up is done. Let's go ahead and get into the circuit. All right, folks, so here we go. We're going to get into the fun stuff now. This is going to be our working circuit, okay? So like I said earlier, I'm going to take you guys through one round of this circuit. The expectation is then that we set a 15-minute timer right when we start this circuit. We're going to try to get through as many rounds of this as possible in 15 minutes. Okay, so rest whenever you need to. Just try to get as many rounds as we can within that 15-minute time period. I will be offering modifications throughout this first set. Okay, so I'll give you the exercise and then another alternative that you can use if that first version of the exercise is just a little bit too advanced. Or if we get further into the circuit and these Bulgarian split squats are really giving you trouble, okay, we'll give you something else that you can just regress down to. All right? So that being said, the exercises we're going to be performing today are going to be split jumps, Bulgarian split squats. Okay, we're going to get into some burpees, and then we are going to finish with a foot elevated hip bridge. Okay, we're going to be going 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off for all of those, with the exception of the foot elevated hip bridge. That last exercise is going to be a 45-second working time. Okay, with 20 seconds off. Like I said, many rounds as possible within 15 minutes, so if you don't feel like you need to take the 20 seconds rest, you can cut it down a little bit, totally fine. Okay? If you feel like you absolutely do need the 20-second rest, go ahead and take it. You can even take more if you want. Okay? We're just trying to get through as much work as we can tolerate within that 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start a timer for us. Okay, we're going to start with the split jump. Before I start that timer, I will demonstrate the split jump. So it's just a switch foot lunge with a little bit of bounce in it, okay? So we're going to start in a split stance position. We're going to get down into that lunge. We're going to jump, and we're just going to switch those feet. Okay, just like this. All right, we're not trying to jump out of the room, right? Just tiny little explosive bounces, okay? If that's a little bit too aggressive for us, we can always just switch into front foot alternating lunges. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and start our timer. We're going to go ahead and get started with those. 30 seconds on. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and begin. 30 seconds. About halfway through, we can always switch to alternating lunges if we need to. Just like this. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. We've got 20 seconds off. Okay, moving into next exercises. We are going to use our platform for this one. Okay, so we have our Bulgarian split squats. All right, so we're going to bring one leg behind us onto our platform. We're going to squat with a single leg. Okay, for this one, halfway through that 30 seconds, we're going to switch. Okay, so we're switching at 15 seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and get set. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and begin. Okay, just like so. This one is a little bit more challenging. Right, at 15 seconds, we're going to switch. Squatting with that top foot. 3, 2, 1, and we will switch. Oh. Make sure you're putting pressure down with that back foot. We don't want that to happen. Okay, if this is a little bit too tough, we can just switch into reverse lunges. Okay, we're going to go 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Okay, we'll take 20 seconds rest before getting into our next exercise. This is where things get fun. All right, we're going to go burpees. All right, the traditional burpee, as I'm sure many of you are aware, we're going to jump, push up, jump, okay, and just cycle through that. If that's a little bit too much, what we're going to do, get rid of the jump, okay, so we're just going to come down, kick the legs out, hold an arm extended plank here, and then right back up. Okay, this is the modified version of that burpee. You can choose either one. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. All right. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and begin. Here we go. So I'm starting with the more difficult Version first. Okay, halfway through, 15 seconds. And this is what the modified version will look like. Good. 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent work, guys. One more exercise, and then the first round is complete. Okay? So last exercise here. We're going to be working on the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay? Grab your box, your bench, your couch, your chair, whatever you got. We're going to lie down. We're going to dig those heels right on top of that platform, okay? Press down with our arms. All we're going to do is lift those hips up into the air, drop them right back down. Okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and begin. All right, squeezing those hamstrings at the top. Even giving a little bit of pause up there. All right, this one will absolutely destroy those hamstrings, but only if you are actively thinking about squeezing them at the top. Excellent, we got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Okay, so that is one round of that circuit, okay? So once again, we would try to continue on with that, resting when we need to, trying to get as many rounds in 15 minutes as we possibly can, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take you guys through a little bit of a cool down, just so we can see what that looks like, okay? So very similar to our warm-up. Okay, we're just going to do 2 exercises, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Both of them are going to be static stretches. So we're going to start with what's called the hurdle stretch. Okay, so we're going to stretch these quadriceps right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a seated position. One leg out in front of us, the other leg is bent behind us. Okay, and we're stretching this right quadricep right here. So the further you lean back, the deeper that stretch is going to be. Okay, here's level 1. Here's level 2. Here's level 3, lying all the way down on our back. Okay? So we'll go ahead and take 30 seconds for each side here. Okay, we'll go ahead and hold this stretch for about 15 more seconds, and then we'll switch over to the other leg. Okay, the hamstrings typically get a whole lot of attention when we're stretching, but people neglect the quads, so we're going to make sure that they get the attention that they deserve today. We're going to switch in 3, 2, 1, and let's go ahead and get that other leg back there. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and drop down to whichever level suits you best, whether that be 1, 2, or 3. Okay, just hanging out here. I'm going to go to level 1 because my quads are feeling pretty tight today. We're going to hold for about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Excellent. Okay, we got one more stretch. One more stretch here. Okay, this last one is going to be called pigeon stretch. It's going to do a great job of stretching the outside part of this hip girdle right here. Okay, another group that does not get a whole lot of attention. Going to be great for that internal rotation of the hip here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into this arms extended plank position. Okay, we're going to take our right knee, we're going to drive it up towards the chest. We're then going to set that leg down right in front of the opposite knee. Okay, what your goal is to try to get this front shin almost parallel in front of you. Okay, from here, we either hold with these arms extended, or if that's not giving you quite enough stretch on the outside part of this hip, we can go down even further. Okay, we'll hold here for just a couple seconds. And we'll hold that one for 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Let's go ahead and check that other side out. Okay, drive that left knee up, plant it on the ground, and we are in our stretch. Okay, again, working that outside portion of that hip where our leg is bent. Okay, we can hang out right here. If we want to make it a little bit tougher, we can get down a little bit further. And just hold right here. We're going to hold about 15 more seconds. And we're going to hop out of this stretch in 3, 2, 1, and time. Awesome. Okay? So that is the lower body, no equipment needed, strength circuit. Again, 15 minutes for those working sets, just trying to get through as much as we can. Take it at your own pace. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks.